One of the reasons our politics is so divided these days is that we don't learn from history. In fact, we don't even agree on history. Democrats have one version, Republicans have another, and nobody quite agrees with anybody else as to what took place, even years after it's taken place. So I think it's important for us to look back and look for some basic conclusions we can draw. When Obama took office as president, he was confronted with a massive economic collapse, a collapse that had been brought about by Democratic mainly, but also Republican efforts to try to target low-income households, to move them up the economic ladder by offering subprime mortgages. This crashed and burned and sent the economy spiraling into what could have been a very serious depression. Now, Obama deserves credit for stopping that. Obama deserves credit for pulling the economy out of the most incredible risky period it had had. But the problem is that his economic policies did not continue that level of economic growth, and he basically settled for stagnation. But in settling for stagnation, he did so at an enormous price, raising the national debt by $6 to $8 trillion and using up money, deficit spending, that could have been used to really move the economy ahead. The reason was that Obama decided to do his deficit spending by increases in government spending. First of all, he believed in greater government, bigger government. Secondly, he could target it at political projects that his supporters and allies approved of, and he was viscerally incapable of lowering taxes on rich people, even if it made economic sense. Now, when Trump took office and faced the stagnant economy, he had a choice, which was to kind of continue with it and hope that it improved, or take bold and aggressive action to try to get it moving again. But the problem was that interest rates were already zero, and national debt was already very high after Obama's spending. But Trump plowed ahead anyway and passed a tax cut basically equal in magnitude to the spending increases that took place under Obama. And it has worked very well, far better than the spending increases Obama levied. That's largely because spending increases are often seen as one-shot infusions, particularly when checks are mailed out. People just save the money or pay down their bills. But when taxes are cut, particularly on businesses, it lays the basis for new investment and economic growth, which is permanent. And that's what we're seeing in the Trump recovery that's going on now. So let's take that as history we can both buy into, both parties, and understand that that should be the basis of our progress. Tax cuts are better than spending increases. It is okay to run large risks of deficits in order to get the economy moving again and ultimately bring the deficits under control. And Obama deserves credit in history for his bold actions on taking office. Hope that's interesting for you. Thanks very much.